Hey, it's Todd again. And I just pulled out a couple of mirrors so you could kind of see a real easy fun thing you can play in patch. And all I have, if I swim over here, just a few mirrors, one, two, three, four, and I put this background color thing back here. It's super fun. I mean, just like to just mess around with mirrors. That's one of my favorite things to do. Yeah. And then you can just kind of make vortexes and do all that kind of stuff. But none of that really is what I'm doing today. So let's bring you over here and we'll take one mirror so you don't get lonely. Yeah. See? You got to have the branding. The branding has always got to be prevalent. Yeah. See? Okay, let's put it right there. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Perfect. Perfect. Now, today, what I'm going to show you in these quick little videos that I've been doing, I've been doing just like little basics, right? So today, I'm going to be talking about ghost recording. And some of you have probably messed around with ghost recording, but I'm going to try to get in kind of depth into it. And also, I've been a looper type person for a long time. So I really love trying to show some different strategies that I've used for looping. So what we're going to do first is push that 3-line button. I called it the library button on another video. It's actually probably like a menu button. So I press my menu button and then all this business comes up. Devices, sounds, visuals, blocks. We've already gone over some of that stuff. Now, you also have these two other main buttons. You have world and record. And record is relatively new the way it looks. I've been doing this PatchWorld stuff for maybe about 7 or 8 months, and this whole interface has kind of changed. There are a couple of older ways to do ghost recording, but this is a newer way that they've set up, and it actually has, as you can see, it'll have like little ways of tracking where you are in the recording and that sort of thing. So my first step I always do is make sure that there's enough space in the recording to get as much in there as I want. So I come over here and with my trigger button, I turn this up to like, a high number. I'm going to start with 96. And then over here it's telling me I'm starting. I don't want to start. Start it from the beginning. Now, that's very, very important. If you start at different times, you don't know where you are, and you're getting in the middle, it's hard to find your loops again. So, also, we have a BPM. This, if you press start, you can hear it or not hear it based on the button you have pushed, which for some people, they find that really helpful to be able to start their beats with the BPM. So we'll start that so you can see what you do. First, you press the plus button just by hitting it with the end of your wand. And then this is something that's really important. It says record for, and then it's asking you how long you want to record for. So when I move my wand over it, you get the up and down arrows. So that just gives me the indication that I have to do something here. So I press my trigger finger down and lift up with that stream, and you're going to get a bunch of different answers. Record for 1 bar, through 7 to 8, then I just record until stopped sometimes, just to go make a big long one. But for now, we're going to just do a 4-bar loop. And then I ask it to loop, but you can make a choice to not loop. Also, you can make a choice to have the vocals come in, the voice be on the thing or not. So you might just want to have the movements be recorded. That's a helpful little button there too. So once I press record, especially when I've got everything kind of set up, it starts recording me. And so it'll start recording me for that 4, especially when I've got everything kind of set up. it starts recording me. And so it'll start recording me for stop talking. Especially, so I just clicked starts recording ghost button and it turned right off. Recording me for, but it's still there, right? Now, it also is going along this big long line. So let's go back to where it started. I've got everything kind of set up. It starts recording me. And so it'll start recording me for, especially when I've got everything kind of set up. It'll still keep going. It starts recording me. And so it'll start recording me. Stop. It doesn't stop. It just keeps that four bar loop going, right? So I could come in a little bit later, do something a little bit later, but then it wouldn't all line up very well. And I'll show you what I mean. Here's what you do when you really want to make sure your ghost recordings line up well. First of all, I'm going to erase this by going up to here and just tapping up, pushing the trigger button and pressing the garbage can. There's still a track there. It just doesn't have anything on it now. So let's say if I want to start with a drum track, okay? I'm going to do that with my voice, and I always make sure that the beginning part is all queued up. So when I hit this button, it's going to start it. Excuse me, I apologize. That's not true. I press the button and it kind of arms the recording. It gets it ready. And then I can use either one of my thumbs right here to start it up when I want to, okay? See that? A pretty nice loop, but it's not quite perfect, but we're going to use it for now. Now, with that drum kind of setting the tone for everything, all we got to do is put another thing on top of it. There's my ghost from last time, right? I'm going to start another ghost over here. Press the plus. Okay. I think I'm going to maybe do maybe a bass line. I think it might make sense. Same thing, record 4 bars. Now notice it's a different color. It's kind of cool. So you can keep track of things. I'm going to make sure everything's at the very beginning. Recording's already armed. You see how the red button is already up? So all I got to do is press the button and it'll start it up. So I got to be ready in my head to do the bass line with my drumming self. Here we go. This guy can really rock it. All right. So I'm going to turn this. I'm going to turn the clicker off, the metronome off, now that we're kind of getting a groove down. So I'm going to start it over. Getting ready to bring in maybe some vocals, some sort of funny little hey ya da da dee da doo doo. No one cares, right? We're all just having fun here. So I'm going to start another thing. As you can see, recording's already ready. I can start at any time. So I'm a little nervous because I always kind of forget to change my record for how long things, and then I just start recording and then I mess it all up. So I've had a lot of practice, and you will too. So, okay, my backup, I want to be kind of plan where I'm going to be here. I'll probably be on this side because the other two are there. Yeah. Okay, here we go. See you on the other side. Oh, I messed it up. Yeah, let's do it. What happens when you mess up? Not a big deal. You just come over here, press erase, but the track is still there. You arm the recording. Everything's all set up the way it is. Oh, you can tell it's still going, can't you? I'm going to start it from scratch, from the beginning. My red dots are still going. So I got to be. I wasn't prepared. I was doing all this stuff for you guys, and I forgot what I was going to do. Okay, here I go. Yeah. Rock it. Gotta rock it. Yeah. So, as you can tell, as you can see, there's a whole, each one of these lines, when I hover over them, they're like, oh, this is the first one, that's the second one, that's the third one. It's very, very clear about this. Now, if I wanted to have some space in between and then start another thing going on, I could do that. But really, usually I just get it all set up so that it's, you know, because I never know what I'm going to do, really, to be honest. So in this case, this is a much shorter loop than I was expecting. So I think it just needs to be as long as it was. It doesn't need to be any longer than that. But the thing is, it's over. Do you notice that? So I got to change this number so it's a little bit better. So I don't know how to do that. So we'll have to talk about that from another time, or I can stretch it. But guess what happens when you stretch it? You know what happens when you stretch it? Can you believe it? Can you believe that? Slows down the whole entire thing. It slows down the entire thing. Hey, I gotta do a video with that. I'm gonna start it over. I like it. I like being able to do little things on the fly, as you can see. So now I've got my three singers over here. I'm gonna start this new one. Keep it going slow as you go. You never know how the flow will feel. Keep it going slow as you go. You never know how the keep it going slow as you go. Keep it going slow as you go. You never know how the keep it going slow as you go. You never know how the you see what happened there? It was on three bars instead of 4. Now I'm gonna get to do my whole thing. Start it over. Man, I love how that sounds. It's really funny. Okay, here we go. Keep it going slow, keep it with the flow. You never know how it's gonna go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Keep it going slow, keep it with the flow. You never know how it's gonna go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Keep it going slow, keep it with the flow. You never know how it's gonna go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Keep it going slow, keep it with the flow. You never know how it's gonna go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Keep it's gonna go, yeah. Keep it going slow, keep it with the flow. You'll never know how it's gonna go, yeah. Keep it going slow, keep it with the flow. You'll never know how it's gonna go, yeah. What'd you think? I mean, that sort of gives you an idea of what you can do, but also shows how crazy it can get real quick. So I want to see what you come up with. Please let me know what you do, because any of this stuff is just good learning and just good for you to be creative on a regular basis. And sometimes you only have yourself to be creative with, and so making loops is a good way to get those juices flowing and try some really outlandish things to see what you come up with. And that's what looping has been for me. So I hope you had a good time on this video. If you have any questions, check out the Discord. Like I've said before, ask questions, look me up. All right. See you later, everybody.